Have you ever thought about it? A girl who has been living under the lens of the world since childhood. Surprisingly, he was with his noisy father, completely cut off contact for over a decade. This is not just ordinary gossip about wealthy families. This is a complete family, under the spotlight and some mysterious force. A wound that has been forcibly torn apart. Just recently, Suri just turned 19 years old. I did something that shocked all the media. She changed her surname, put down the surname Cruise. It represents the highest power in Hollywood. I changed it to my mother's middle name. This operation, she didn't seem to say a word, but it has already announced to the world. She wants to keep a complete distance from that superstar father. You should know, when she was born, she was a treasure in the world. She is the daughter of a country that has received countless people's attention during her upbringing. But now she is doing so firmly. Give this long, undeserved father-daughter relationship. I drew a period. The beginning of all of this. It sounds like a pre-written movie script. That was the spring of 2005. The most popular male star in Hollywood at that time, Tom Cruise. I met the young and beautiful Katie Holmes. Katie was only 26 years old that year, just walked out of a youth drama. The tenderness of the girl next door is everywhere. Tom Cruise is already 43 years old, holding a pile of classic works in his hand. This is a globally recognized box office guarantee. Two people meeting. It's like two worlds colliding. Interestingly, Katie said in an interview when she was a child, her biggest dream in life is to marry Tom Cruise. At that time, everyone thought it was just a little girl's fantasy of chasing celebrities. But no one expected it. Tengu saw her for the first time. I turned around and said something to the people around me. I must marry this woman. The gears of fate began to rotate like this. Their love is so fast that it's difficult to react. Within a few weeks, they are deeply involved in it. Wherever I go, I am surrounded by cameras. They openly held hands and hugged on the streets of Rome, no matter what others think. Tom Cruise has always kept his private life confidential, but this time he went crazy like a child. The most famous one. He appeared on Oprah's show, in front of an American audience, bouncing and jumping on the sofa. Announce loudly that you are in love. That scene shocked the entire Hollywood. Some people say it's true, romantic to the point of bursting. Some people also say that he may have gone too far. But anyway, this relationship bore fruit in 2006. Their daughter Suri was born. This name means princess in Hebrew. When she was born, it became a symbol of this legendary love. Tom even said it was the happiest day of his life. Just say it's a miracle. But behind happiness, some unusual rules. It quietly infiltrated this house. Tom Cruise firmly believes in science education. Start leading every detail of this new family. Katie comes from a traditional Catholic family. I have to adapt to those confusing regulations. For example, during childbirth, we must use the so-called silent delivery method. This means that everyone in the entire delivery room, even Katie herself, couldn't make a sound. Not only that, in order to monitor pregnancy status at any time, Tom directly bought an ultrasonic instrument and placed it at home. These things seem unbelievable to outsiders. It even makes people feel a bit breathless. But in Tom's heart, this is his deepest love for his wife and daughter. In November of the same year, they held a century-long wedding that caused a sensation around the world. The location is chosen in a 15th century castle in Italy. It is said that the entire wedding cost over $3 million. The bride is wearing a high-end wedding dress. The groom's face was filled with pride. Sitting in the audience are all top Hollywood celebrities. But behind these charming group photos, Katie's parents are worried and worried. As a devout Catholic, they are worried about their daughters and granddaughters will be completely consumed by that mysterious belief. Subsequent events proved their intuition is not wrong. The fairy tale foam began to burst soon, the days after the castle wedding. It's not as sweet as I imagined. Life is increasingly restricted. Privacy is strictly controlled. the shadow of mysterious faith. The greater the pressure, the greater the pressure. Tom felt that everything he did was out of deep love. But for Katie, this kind of love has long become a suffocating confinement. However, for the young Suri, her childhood should have been carefree and carefree. From this moment on, it is destined to be extraordinary. By 2007, to outsiders, they are still a perfect couple, traveling around the world on a private plane, frequently appearing on the covers of various magazines. But behind that closed door of the wealthy, long ago the crack quietly opened. A bigger storm slowly accumulates strength in the darkness, in corners that the camera cannot capture. This model couple that the whole world envies. Life is gradually collapsing. On the surface, they are still an impeccable superstar family. Wherever you go, there are cameras and applause. But as long as you look carefully, you will find that the atmosphere is no longer good. Katie has almost lost all her freedom. Every time I go out, I always follow a few expressionless strangers around me. These people are nominally bodyguards and assistants. In fact, the church sent them to see her eyeliner. How did she move? Even every word spoken. They are all recorded and controlled by humans. A senior journalist once attended a private dinner party. I witnessed such a scene with my own eyes. Fans warmly approached and greeted each other. Katie squeezed out a polite smile. Then he whispered something. In fact, we rarely go out in our daily lives. This sentence sounds like a casual comment, but anyone who knows the inside story can understand. This is actually a helpless self-mockery, forced to suffocate. At this moment, Tom Cruise, still a fervent believer with a steadfast faith, he devoted his career and energy to it. I completely trust that organization. Spare no effort to stand up for the church in various public places. In his view, these strict dogmas represent order and success. It is the best compass in life. But for Katie, these dogmas are like a high wall. It's hard to see the top. Completely isolate her from the real world. Watching my daughter live such a life. Katie's parents in her hometown are heartbroken. As a traditional and devout Catholic, these two elderly people have been wary of that mysterious organization from the beginning. The longer the time, they found it increasingly difficult to contact their daughter. Every time we make a phone call, Katie's words are like pre-memorized lines. Repetition and flipping are those few sentences. He's amazing. He is the best person in the world. This sounds both difficult and fake. It's like trying to convince oneself. The girl who used to have bright and energetic eyes. My eyes are gradually turning black. What Katie is even more afraid of is 2 children adopted by Tom Cruise and his ex-wife Nicole Kidman. I have always been a loyal believer in the church. Atang naturally thought, he and Katie's youngest daughter Suri, we must also take the same path in the future. Accept baptism and control from the church. But as a mother, Katie won't let this matter go at all. She will never see her daughter, who is only a few years old, losing the right to make choices for one's own life. Starting from 2010, Katie has decided not to wait anymore. She started to save herself very low-key, quietly pushing away many activities inside the church. Reconnect with old friends who truly care about her privately. And for various reasons, he often takes Suri to live in New York. I want to stay away from the control network established by Tom Cruise in Los Angeles. This is not a small temper, but rather calculate the counterattack for each step in advance. By 2011, the crack between the two is too big to cover up. Katie's smile in front of the camera became increasingly forced. The whole person is always very nervous. I always hold my daughter's hand tightly. At that time, no one noticed. This woman who looks very weak. I am secretly accumulating strength. Step by step, develop an escape plan that can break everyone's cognitive barriers. A mask that will change Hollywood's top tycoon. A shocking plan for complete division. June 29, 2012. The whole Hollywood suddenly became quiet, as if the pause button had been pressed. Katie submitted a divorce application to the court without any warning. And this day, Tom Cruise's 50th birthday, is only a few days away. This is not an ordinary emotional breakdown. This is the long-planned escape of the Jedi Knights. Later, in an interview, Atang reluctantly admitted, "At that time, I was completely confused. Life can sometimes give you a sudden blow, but what he doesn't know is, his wife dedicated herself to this day. I have been secretly preparing for several months now, in a fully monitored, suffocating environment. Katie behaves like a special agent, acting cautiously. She often changes her secret phone number. All the servants who could give small reports to the church have resigned. Recruited a completely trustworthy new security guard. Every step feels like executing a top-secret mission. The person standing behind her providing advice and strategy is her father, Martin Helms. He's a lawyer. This experienced father drafted a prenuptial agreement for his daughter many years ago. Now we are using legal weapons again. I have prepared a way out for my daughter." Katie deliberately chose to sue in New York because the laws there are more inclined to protect children in custody issues. At that time, Tom Cruise was still filming a movie called The Lost World in the wilderness of Iceland. When he saw the headline of the news, I was shocked to find out that I have already divorced for a top superstar who is accustomed to controlling everything. This is simply the biggest embarrassment of my life. Subsequently, the court documents were released, thoroughly expose Katie's true motives. This is protecting our daughter. Katie requests sole custody of her daughter, including education, healthcare, and faith-based choices. She never guards against people like Tom Cruise, but this is a huge and terrifying organization behind him. According to insiders, Katie's biggest concern is that her daughter will be sent to that closed training camp when she grows up. To prevent my daughter's future from being destroyed, she must fight once. This lawsuit was initially considered a lengthy one. It ended in just 11 days. Tom finally compromised. He agreed to pay nearly $400,000 in child support annually until his daughter reaches adulthood, and fully bear the daughter's tuition fees and medical insurance. But for Katie, money has never been the focus. What she wants is complete freedom. Legally speaking, this is a complete separation of body and mind. The day after the agreement is signed, Katie and her daughter disappeared from Los Angeles like the wind. When the paparazzi finally caught them on the streets of Manhattan, New York, mother and daughter walked leisurely hand in hand. There are no bodyguards or church personnel monitoring me. Although Katie's face was full of exhaustion, but there was a flicker of long-lost ease and freedom in his eyes. She showed a particularly bright smile. This is the true smile she has never shown in years. Dedicated to Xiao Surui, a new life means a complete farewell to the past. He once held her on the red carpet and called her a magical father. Disappeared completely from her life in an instant. No arguments or tears. It disappeared silently like this. In this suffocating silence, their mother and daughter's new chapter has quietly begun. This time, whether it's Hollywood or that mysterious organization, I can no longer control their fate. After the lawsuit is concluded, the lives of this father and daughter have completely gone in two directions. 2013 litigation investigation. The lawyer directly asked the sharpest question. Ask him if Katie chooses to leave. Is it to protect my daughter from the harm of that church? Tom was obviously very angry at that time. I think this question is too impolite, but as the lawyer questioned step by step, he ultimately had to admit, this is indeed one of the reasons. This is also his only public appearance. The default faith has brought cracks to this family. That was the same year. Media reports show that, after the divorce, Tom Cruise only saw his daughter once. That was a very brief and private meeting. Afterwards, they never left any group photos again. There is no further information about their meeting. Future. Tom devoted all his energy to work. Crazy shooting Mission Impossible series. Restarting the long-awaited sequel to Top Gun for fans. Traveling around the world for promotion. The stunts he challenges have become increasingly deadly year by year. Viewers from all over the world are cheering for him from tens of thousands of meters high, or when the plane takes off and cheers. on the other side of this bustling world. His biological daughter grew up slowly without fatherly love. At the same time, Katie created a particularly pragmatic living circle for Suri in New York. Send her to a regular private school in Manhattan to study. Take her to parks, small cafes, dim sum, dance classes. These seemingly ordinary little things. Let Su Rue avoid the chaos of Hollywood's fame and fortune scene. People around her say that this girl has an outgoing and gentle personality, without the noble posture of second-generation celebrities. Katie tried her best to block countless shots and media inquiries for her. As one grows older, after Su Rue grew into a young girl, this is like the model my mother carved when she was young. Equally clear eyes, equally gentle smile. He also inherited his mother's innate resilience. Every time someone mentions her father in front of her, she always naturally brings up this topic. I don't want to say anything more. In front of the camera, Tom never mentioned this little daughter again. Although some insiders have stated that he has been paying child support and tuition fees on time. But over a decade has passed. No one has ever seen this father-daughter duo appear in the same scene again. This superstar can easily cause traffic congestion on the entire street with just a wave of his hand. But the only thing that cannot be repaired is the path to one's own daughter's soul. They are like planets floating at both ends of the universe. The farther it is, the farther it is. I never got close again. A person's name often carries their past. But for this girl, delete that priceless surname. This is her first step towards true independence. 2021 has arrived. She is no longer the little girl who only hides behind her mother. She relies on her own abilities. I have been admitted to the renowned LaGuardia Art High School in New York. This is a place that countless art children dream of going to. She fully utilized her talents in school. Arrange plays, sing, and even try to direct a short film with classmates. In the year she was about to graduate, the school organized a musical called Ada Family, when the audience receives the program schedule. A detail exploded in an instant. Suri Cruise, who was once world-renowned on the actor list, has gone missing. It was replaced by Sereno E.L. Noel is the middle name of her mother Katie. This is not a random stage name. This is a girl, a silent oath declaring sovereignty to the world. Graduation ceremony in June 2024. The new name is still written on the graduation certificate. But at such an important moment in my daughter's life, I always say my daughter is a magical father, but he was absent again. At that time, some media outlets reported on this matter. Tom is thousands of miles away in London. I had a great time playing with my fans at Taylor Swift's concert. Many netizens who watched Su Rue grow up feel sad about this comparison. However, Su Rue is not alone, because her mother Katie has been standing steadily beside her, watching my daughter walk towards the coming-of-age ceremony in the audience. Katie clapped her hands and her eyes turned red. In recent years, she no longer relies on Hollywood's resources and reputation, relying entirely on maternal love and unwavering spirit. I forcibly raised my daughter. That summer, Su Rue was admitted to Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, fashion design major. On the first day of school, Katie was like any ordinary mother. I personally helped my daughter move all the luggage, big and small, into the dormitory, without bodyguards cheering and supporting each other. There is no flash interference either. Only mothers and daughters have the most sincere and warm daily life. By 2025, Katie has started directing a new movie. I got together with my old partner again. 19-year-old Su Rue came to the set to visit. She was wearing simple khaki pants and a white vest, stepping on a pair of red sneakers. The whole person exudes a calmness and confidence that transcends age. Many staff members on site did not recognize her, because she is no longer restless like the second-generation celebrities. She tells everyone with her own actions. She is no longer someone's accessory. She's Solino, completely free soul. On an afternoon in October 2025, a photo circulating online. This makes many people feel sad again. In the photo, Su Rue is sitting alone on the threshold of a street in New York. Bury your head in your hand. I looked tired and helpless. Shortly afterwards, Katie arrived at the scene by taxi. She didn't hesitate, sitting on the cold steps with my daughter. Gently embrace her, gently comfort her. Later, the mother and daughter walked into a dessert shop holding hands. In the eyes of passers-by, this is just the daily life of a mother and daughter. But for those who know their past, this scene depicts the hardships and warmth they have experienced over the years, relying on each other for survival. Suri is now 19 years old. As a sophomore majoring in fashion, she started trying to write her own song, Find Your True Direction, and the distance between her and her father, still as cold as ice. Although Tom Cruise is fully responsible for her tuition and medical expenses, but in the past decade or so, there was no public interaction or photography between the two individuals. Tom Cruise is still pushing himself to new heights in his career. Even plans to collaborate with space exploration technology companies to fly into space and shoot movies. This superstar who conquered the entire Hollywood. But he never managed to cross this distance and find his biological daughter's heart. Faced with all of this, Katie chooses to let go of her resentment and obsession in her heart. Put all your energy into gratitude and companionship. In her eyes, Suri is a particularly outstanding and strong child. Watching my daughter face the world independently and confidently. This is her greatest pride. 19 years have passed. The story of this wealthy family is like a movie torn to pieces. Superstar father repeatedly creates myths on screen that others cannot catch up with. My daughter remained silent for a long time, completely stepping out of my father's shadow. Now Suri is gradually building a world that belongs entirely to him. But this question lingers in everyone's mind. Still no answer. Can time really calm the silence of the past decade? A wound torn apart by time and faith. Can it still grow well? This girl who grew up under love and immense pressure. Will I still give it back to that distant father in the future? Open your heart once. You're in front of the screen. Do you think this father-daughter relationship is just nominal? Is there still a possibility of breaking the ice in the future? Discuss your ideas in the comment section. If you were also moved by Suri's story, remember to subscribe. In the next episode, we will continue to discuss real life beyond the lens. Thank you for seeing this. See you next time.